Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Alan's body found. Ms. Abbott causes awful end for Ashley's friend. The Young and the Restless I&R spoilers reveal that Alan Laurent Christopher Cousins will become increasingly determined to help Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson. As Alan interacts with Ashley's alters more and more, he'll see just how bad things have gotten. It looks like Alan will have an encounter with Ms. Abbott that leaves him particularly unsettled, so he'll open up to Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, about that. Alan may end up worried about Ms. Abbott harming others, especially Tucker McCall, Trevor Street John, if she lets something slip about her plans for him. Although Alan will try to intervene, he may be no match for Ashley's most powerful alter. Ms. Abbott is certainly fierce and willing to do just about anything if it means clearing a path to Tucker's permanent takedown. Will Alan become collateral damage after standing in Ms. Abbott's way? Alan seems like a disposable character that Y&R won't really need again after this story, so that could mean bad news when it comes to his fate. Seth Morgan, Brian Gaskill, didn't survive his attempt to help Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, so Alan may not survive his attempt to help Ashley either. The show could easily have a shocking exit strategy in mind for Alan since he's going to become an obstacle to vengeful Ms. Abbott's Tucker plot. Ms. Abbott wants to eliminate Tucker, so she may ultimately decide that Alan has to go too since he's become so problematic. In other words, Ms. Abbott could get rid of Alan permanently and make sure he won't stop her from going after Tucker next. If that happens, just imagine how horrified Ashley might be once she awakens standing over Alan's deceased body. Even if Alan is just seriously injured and not actually a goner, it could still be a traumatic experience for Ashley. That's the kind of thing that could make Ashley's mental issues even worse, so stick with us for more predictions on where her storyline will go from here. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Alan will face some stunning moments as he tries to rein Ashley, and so stay tuned for updates on all the twists and turns. The picturesque town of Genoa City was no stranger to scandal, but the discovery of Alan's body sent shockwaves through the community. Alan had been missing for weeks, and his disappearance had left an eerie shadow over the usually vibrant town. Speculations had run rampant, with whispers of foul play echoing through the streets and coffee shops. The truth, when it finally surfaced, was far more twisted and sinister than anyone had imagined. It all began with a friendship. Ashley Abbott and Alan had been close, their bond forged in the fires of mutual respect and shared ambitions. Alan, a successful businessman with a charm that could disarm even the sternest of critics, was a regular fixture at the Abbott mansion. He was trusted, loved, and admired by many, making his sudden disappearance all the more perplexing. As days turned into weeks, Ashley grew increasingly desperate. She had scored every possible lead, knocked on countless doors, and begged the authorities to intensify their search. Her efforts seemed in vain until one chilly morning when a jogger stumbled upon a body near the outskirts of town. The identification was swift and brutal. Alan was dead. The revelation hit Ashley like a sledgehammer. How could this have happened? Who could be responsible for such a heinous act? The answers, as they began to unravel, pointed to a person she had least suspected: Ms. Abbott, her own flesh and blood. Ms. Abbott, known for her fierce determination and sometimes ruthless business tactics, had always been a formidable presence in Ashley's life. But could she really be capable of murder? The town buzzed with rumors, each more incredulous than the last. Some said it was a business deal gone wrong. Others whispered of a dark secret Alan had uncovered. The investigation took a dramatic turn when it was revealed that Alan had been working on a project that threatened Ms. Abbott's empire. A lucrative deal, shrouded in secrecy, was on the verge of collapse due to Alan's findings. In the cutthroat world of business, Alan had stumbled upon something that Ms. Abbott would go to any lengths to protect. Detectives pieced together a narrative that painted Ms. Abbott in a damning light. Evidence surfaced showing she had the means, motive, and opportunity to commit the crime. A security camera footage from the night Alan disappeared showed a figure matching Ms. Abbott's description leaving his office building. Phone records indicated a heated argument between the two just hours before his disappearance. And then there was the letter. Alan, meticulous in his dealings, had left behind a letter addressed to Ashley. In it, he detailed his concerns about Ms. Abbott's business practices and expressed fear for his safety. The letter was a chilling prophecy of his untimely end, a cry for help that had gone unheard. Ashley was torn. Her heart ached for her lost friend, but the notion that her own kin could be responsible was unbearable. She confronted Ms. Abbott, hoping for a denial, a reassurance that the woman she had looked up to all her life was not a murderer. Instead, she found cold indifference. Ms. Abbott did not deny the accusations outright. Instead, she spoke in veiled threats and cryptic comments, her demeanor icy and detached. She justified her actions as necessary evils, the harsh realities of maintaining power and control in a world that respected neither. The town watched with bated breath as the Abbott family imploded. The media swarmed, sensationalizing every detail. Reporters camped outside the Abbott mansion, eager for the latest scoop. Friends turned into foes and alliances shifted as the truth threatened to tear apart the very fabric of Genoa City's high society. In the midst of the chaos, Ashley found herself at a crossroads. She could stand by her family, uphold the Abbott name and legacy, or she could seek justice for Alan, a man who had meant so much to her. The choice was agonizing, but in the end her moral compass won out. She provided the police with the letter, corroborated the evidence, and took the stand against Ms. Abbott. The trial was a spectacle. Ms. Abbott's defense was fierce, her lawyers painting Alan as a troubled man with enemies far and wide. They attempted to discredit Ashley, portraying her as emotionally unstable and seeking revenge. But the evidence was irrefutable, and Ashley's testimony was compelling. The jury deliberated for days, the tension palpable. When the verdict was finally read, it felt as if the entire town held its breath. Guilty, Ms. Abbott was sentenced to life in prison. Her empire left in ruins, her reputation shattered beyond repair. In the aftermath, Ashley tried to find solace in the pursuit of justice. Alan's death had not been in vain, his killer had been brought to light. But the victory was bittersweet. She had lost a dear friend and, in a way, a part of herself. The Abbott name, once synonymous with power and prestige, was now a cautionary tale of ambition turned deadly. Life in Genoa City slowly resumed its normal pace, but the scars of Alan's murder remained. The town had changed, its innocence lost. Ashley vowed to rebuild, to honor Alan's memory by living a life of integrity and compassion, ensuring that his death was not just a tragic end, but a catalyst for change. As the seasons changed, so did Ashley. She became a beacon of resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, justice and truth could prevail. And though the shadow of Alan's death lingered, it also served as a guiding light, illuminating the path to a future where such tragedies would never be repeated.